Hello, welcome to Pilates for mobility and strength. So within this session we're going to mobilise, warm up through the muscles, warm up through the joints, and we are going to enjoy a 30-minute session with a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of breathing at the end. So as long as you are feeling fit and well in yourself and you know you are able to exercise, then we shall begin. So first off, as always with Pilates, we want to get our deep core. We want to get that engaged. We want to find our neutral spine. We want to get that 360 contraction. Align the pelvic floor and the diaphragm. So as we exhale, they rise. Inhale, they descend. So to begin, feet are underneath the hips, big toes looking forward, hands wrapped around the pelvic bones, and we're going to tip the pelvis forward and back. So as you exhale, we are closing. Inhale, opening. Exhale, closing. Inhale, opening. Now, as we are here, I want you to really think about what's happening with the feet. If you tend to hip hitch on one side, particularly if you get back pain on one side more than the other, you might find your hip hitch. Any tightness in the glutes, in the quads, again, could be down to hip hitching, which can start from the feet. If we are overpronating and pushing into the outside of the foot, we're putting a lot through the outside of the leg. So as we are tucking the pelvis forward and back, think about those big toes and having those in contact with the ground. Inside of the heel in contact with the floor as well. We exhale, inhale. Exhale, draw in, inhale. So we get that 360 contraction as we exhale, and inhale, 360 expansion. One more. Bring the hands to the bottom of the rib cage, shoulders are down. We're going to circle the hips one way and circle the other way. So as we circle through the hips, we're aiming to keep the rib cage and above static. So that movement is coming from the thoracic, mid-thoracic spine all the way through to your pelvis. We're also getting movement through the knees, through the ankles. So again, we need to think about keeping the big toes in contact with the ground as we do so. Feel that around the hips. Any restrictions anywhere? Maybe in the knees, maybe in the hips, maybe in the ankles. One more each way. Now we'll lengthen out through the legs, pelvis forward. So all 3 points of the pelvis look forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open out through the chest. Shoulders are well away from the ears as we tip into lateral flexion either way. Now as we are in lateral flexion, we're not tipping forward, we're not hinging at the hip. We are allowing ourselves to curve the spine over to the side, back to the centre, over to the other side. If you want a little bit more, you can reach up over the head. Take your time with it. Feel that stretch all the way through that lateral line. Reach up, feel that stretch. You're going to feel it as well the more you delve in, through into the ribs, into the obliques, into the abductors as well. One more each way. Now let's come into the hips a little bit more. We're going to do a semicircle, lift and lower. On the other side, semicircle, lift, lower. Take a big breath in, reach all the way up, circle the arms down, dropping the head round in the shoulders, roll down, feel that lengthening through the hamstrings, your back, all the way down. Now whilst you're down, tip a little bit more weight into the balls of the feet, big toes still down. So it's not just through the heels and we're not pushing back, we're actually pushing forward a little bit as well. Bend your knees as much as you need, roll up, big toes down, inside of the heel down, pelvis neutral, inhale lift, exhale bring it down, back to the legs. Semicircle lift and lower. If you struggle with balance, tap to the front, tap to the side, tap to the back, then lift and lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop down, roll down. All the way down. Again, tip a little bit more weight into the balls of the feet, but not all of it. And then roll up in your own time. Big circle at the top. Thinking about shoulder mobility, working through the scapula, circumduction of the hip, working through hip flexors, glutes, abdominals, everything getting mobilized. So we're going to add in now. So we're at the back of the mat, we roll down, we walk forward into down dog, we do 6 pedal pushes here, making sure you feel that stretch on your longitudinal arch so that that big toe muscle gets some mobility and movement as well. Walk the hands back in. Again, bend the knees as much as you need to and roll up. Pelvis to neutral, chest forward, lift all the way up and open. Legs, semicircle, lift and lower, and the other side. Take your time, we don't want to rush. Big breath in all the way up. Exhale, drop the head around the shoulders, and again we're going to walk down into down dog. 6 pedal pushes here. Full down dog, and then walk it back in. And roll up. So we're going to do that one more time before we start elaborating on this. All the way up, lift, and open. So here we go. Semicircle, one more time through here, and then we're going to start delving into a little bit of rotation work as well. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop the head around the shoulders, and we roll down. Walk forward. 6 pedal pushes. Oh, doesn't that feel lovely now? Walk it in. Hands to feet, bend your knees if you need to, and roll up. So we should be feeling a little warmer. All the way up, inhale. Exhale. Bring it back down. All right, so we do our semicircle, lift, and then rotate towards that leg. We bring it down, same again the other side. Semicircle, up, lift, and then rotate to that side. Bring it back, simple squat. So we're not doing our roll downs at the moment. Next time we do those, we'll be coming straight down to the floor. Other side, so our semicircle, knee lift, rotate towards that lifted leg, bring it down into a squat. Same again. So we're getting more movement going on. The glutes are getting warmer. We're getting more connection through the torso, through the quads. Now as you squat, big toes remain on the floor. Same again. Semicircle. And how is that feeling so far? We're going to have another add in. Up to you if you add it or not. So we lift, extend the leg forward as we rotate, then bring it back down. So from the side, semicircle, lift, extend, then bring it back down, then into our squat. So we lift, extend, bring the leg down whilst it's straight, same again the other side. Wonderful, how's that feeling? We're getting a good burn through the quads now. So we're going to elaborate a little bit more. So option if you're keeping the knee bent, we are here. We bring it back to the centre and then push through into a dive. Then back to standing. So I'm going to do that level again. Semicircle, lift, extend, extend out through the arms, rotate, back to the centre and then into our dive. Ooh. If you're going for option 2, the next level up, semicircle, lift, extend the leg as we rotate. Back to centre, keep the arms wide, swing the leg through, take your time into your dive. Then upright the torso. Same again on the other side. Semicircle, lift, extend and rotate. Arms come back to the centre, bring the leg through into our dive, and then back to standing. Into our squat. Let's go again. We're going to do it twice more and then we're going to come down to the floor. So again, the higher level, we've got to get that quad going. Now one thing I should mention about when we have this leg lifted, we're not lifting up through the obliques. We do our semicircle, we exhale, stabilise through the core, lift. Then as we extend, again we're not shifting the hip up, we're squeezing through the quads, the hip flexors, rotate, back to centre, and kick through. All right, one more time through. Just the once, one more, and then we can come down to the ground. We rotate, come through, and back to standing. Last time on this side. So we take our time so we can feel more of what's going on. Wonderful, one squat, and now we just throw the arms. Come to the back of the mat, and we are now going to come down. Inhale, reach all the way up. Pelvis in neutral, chest open, circle the arms, drop the head round the shoulders, and come on down. Walk forward into down dog. Have a pedal push. And then a big exhale, drive the heels towards the floor, heart towards the shins. Onto all fours. Arch through the back and sit back into child's pose. Reach your arms forward. Elongate through your spine. Doesn't that feel wonderful now? All right, onto all fours. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders, so we don't want to be pushing back. We're not having the knees next to each other. They're open shoulders, back away from the ears. Elongate your neck. Deep breath in, breathe into the bottom of the rib cage, and as you exhale, that 360 contraction, extend both one arm, one leg, opposite arm to leg. Abduct out to the side, back to the center, then bring that down. Other side, extend, abduct, center, and down. So we're just starting here. Be mindful that you're not shifting back when you are in your swim. We are pushing forward into the shoulders. So after this one, we're going to add in this side and then the other side. We then roll up. Drive the pelvis forward, so you've got that contraction through the glutes. Exhale, lean back. You are going to feel this on your quads and your hip flexors in particular. We do that twice. Once, exhale, twice. We then come down. I love this move. Now, particularly if you drive a lot for work or you sit at a desk, you're bent over quite a lot. Say if you work with children as well, you could be kneeling down or leaning over quite a lot. So the hip flexors become shortened, become weak, because they're in that constant contracted position. They're not used to being lengthened, whereas actually if we are here, we can load them whilst lengthening them. So eccentrically loading. Now if you want to make it a little bit tougher, instead of having the arms forward as you lean back, so long as we get that contraction, that 360 contraction, reach up over the head instead. And back down and go again. Now with the arms, we are pushing into the floor. We're not falling into the arms, we are pressing away from the floor. Big exhale, lean back. And then again, reaching the arm up over the head, just to enhance that a little bit more. All right, we're going to do this 2 more times, and then we're moving on. Well, we're going to progress this move, I should say. Okay, on this one, we are going to be progressing. So opposite arm to leg, abduct, back to center, same again the other side. We roll up. We lean back once, we lean back twice, however far you want to go. We bring the arms out to the side, the leg comes out and extend out to the side. We tip over to the supporting leg, then tip over to the extended leg, then back to the center. Same again the other side. Lift the knee first, extend the leg, over to the supporting leg, over to the extended leg, center, and then back in. We roll back down into our 4-point kneeling again. Now if you find you've got a rather thin mat, you can double the mat over so you've got more protection for your knees, more comfort. We don't want the knees to be sore. If the knees are sore, please put some more cushioning underneath. Again, exhale, lean back. And again, lean back. Add that little bit extra intensity in. Arms go wide. One leg out to the side. You tip. And the other way. So working on hip flexors, working on obliques, working on shoulders. So we've got quite a lot going on. What I want you to imagine whilst we're here, we are pinned to the wall. So we're not crouching forward, we are pinned to the wall. The back is contracted. Right, let's go again. Opposite arm to leg, abduct, center down, other side. And roll up. We do 1, we do 2, if you want to intensify, of course. Out to the side. Take your time with it. So if you want a little bit more, we'll go to the supporting side, extended side, back to the supporting side, not touching the floor, lift the leg, and then bring it back in. And the same on the other side. Supporting leg, extended, balance, lift the heel, lift the toes, tap down and bring it back in. Twice more. And then we'll move on again. How are we feeling so far? So opposite arm to leg. Roll up. Our 2 lean back. So building up quite a lot of strength going on here now. Generating a bit of heat. Arms wide. Extend. So we go down to the supporting leg. Extend the arm up. Feel that in your waist. It's the waist that is making this bit happen. Tip. Lift the heel. Then lift the toe. Ooh, a bit wobbly on this side. Bring it back to the center. Other side. Again, over. Look up. Again, our back is pinned against the wall. Ooh. All right, last time through. One more time. I know the shoulders are talking to you now. I know everything's probably talking to you now. But that's what we want. That's what we need. That good strength, mobility, in ways that we don't normally move in a day-to-day manner. Arms go out. Leg goes out. You go down. Other way. Here we go. Last chance. How's your balance? Is it better than mine? Oh, it's got to be better than mine was just then. Got to be. Other side. We come down to the supporting leg. Extended leg. Arms go wide. Last chance. Last chance, unless you do this video again. Oh, fantastic. Bring that leg in. Sit back into child's pose. Ooh, a little bit warm there. All right, onto your front. And then we're going to roll over onto our backs. Pull your knees into your chest. Hands wrap around. A little rock and roll here. Ooh. All right, bring your feet to the ground. Arms go either side of you. Feet comfortable distance from your bum, and then take them away just a little bit more. I want you to imagine you've got pins in your shoulders and it's sticking you to the floor, so you've got a stick and it's stuck through your shoulders into the ground. So the shoulders aren't going to move up the mat. As we exhale, we've got 360 contraction. Think about your pelvis and closing the book of the pelvis. And as we exhale and close the book, we come up into shoulder bridge. We open the knees and close twice. The knees don't touch each other, just back to hip distance. Roll down. Legs come up. Press the heels together, toes out, and you're going to press the heels together and push the legs away once and then twice. Now the higher up you go, the easier it is. We will be progressing this. Bring the legs back down. Again, exhale, roll up into our bridge. open and close the knees twice. So we're working the abductors, the outside of the glutes. We come down, legs up, heels pressed. Push the legs away so you're getting the inner thighs now. Bring it back in, again, drive away and bring it in. Bring the legs down, we go again. So we're going to progress this a little bit more. So we are here, we roll down. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, as you press the heels together and push away, you come a little bit more diagonal. The more diagonal you go, or we're coming into the horizontal, the harder it is. So if we press towards the ceiling, it's easier. If we press towards the far wall, it's harder. And if we press towards the floor, it gets even harder. Legs come up. So this is where we can progress a little bit more, all the way away. And then what about a little bit lower? What we don't want to happen is the abdominals to push up to the ceiling and the back to arch away from the floor. We want that 360 contraction. I know I say that a lot, 360 contraction, but I need it to be ingrained in your mind. You're going to be saying that all day today. 360 contraction. That's what we want. So we exhale, pelvic floor pull. Exhale away and bring it back in. All right, 2 more times here. And then we're going to add in. So mobilizing through the back, strengthening through the back. All right, 1 more time here. And then after that, we will progress. How are you feeling? How are the hips feeling? Everything feeling good? Now, you can stay with this option if this suits you and if you find it challenging enough. If you want to progress and find a little bit more challenge from this session, then come with me on this next one. So we roll down, we come up, we extend, part the legs, bring them back together, bring it in, same again. Extend, part the legs, bring it back together, and then bring it in. So the whole time, your feet are turned out. Think of frogs turning the feet out. That's what we're doing. We are turning the feet out like a frog. So as we come up, that good 360 contraction. Extend away. You can start with the legs higher because this makes it easier. Or if you want to go tougher already, extend away, out, in, and then drive back in. All right, what do you say? 3 more times. How's that sound? 3 more times through. And then we will ease it off. So legs together. And again, option, you don't have to do the abduction. Wonderful. 2 more. Rolling up. Rolling down. Oh, forgot the abductions. Can't forget those. And then we come up. Getting ahead of myself. So keep the legs straight as you do those abductions. Right, last time through. Big toes down until we do the abduction work. Roll down. Legs up. Heels together. Press away so you've got that inner thigh. Open and close. Bring it back in. Are we going to go tough on the last one? Yes, we are. And then bring the knees into the chest. Good stuff. All right, bring the legs down. Extend your left leg. Just feel that stretch a little bit on that hip flexor. And then the right leg, take it out to the side. We don't want to be rolling over into it. You keep that left hip down and open up that right knee. So feel that stretch on the inside of the right leg. Take a few deep breaths, allow it to stretch, allow it to open. Ease that inner thigh. And then we want to complement that. So bend the left knee, drop the left knee to the floor, and then place the right ankle on top of the left knee. Bring it to the center. So we've got that lovely stretch here, working into the outside of that right glute. Lift the left heel off the floor, press the lower back to the floor, and lift that left foot off the floor. You can hold on to the back of the left knee, so the left hand goes on the outside, the right hand goes in the gap in between the legs. Hands meet behind that left leg. Pull that left leg in. Now whilst you do, little lean over to the left and use your right elbow to press on the inside of your right knee and release through that glute. Doesn't that feel wonderful? Just breathe through that stretch. Breathing through. And release. Extend that right leg to the floor. Feel that little bit of a stretch through the hip flexor, and then the left leg, drop it out. So you're going to feel that inner thigh stretch here. And again, mindful that we're not rolling over to the left. That right hip is looking up at the ceiling, and we are just breathing into and allowing that left adductor, the left inner thigh, to stretch and ease away from the body. And from here, so we can get into our outside hip, bend the right knee, drop it over, get the left ankle on top of the right knee, and then bring it to the center. If you're happy here and you're getting enough of a stretch here, that's fine, just so long as that left knee's driving away and the right leg is slightly out. Otherwise, you can lift off the floor, press the lower back down. Left hand goes in the triangle in between the legs, goes behind the right knee, right arm goes around the outside, interlink the fingers, and then use that left elbow to press into the inside of the left knee. Ooh, that feels wonderful. Deep breaths. You want the shoulders away from the ears as we are here. Relax your toes. Release. Bring the legs together, soles of the feet together, open your knees, open the arms, and we're just going to stay here for just a minute. As you breathe deeply in, closing your eyes. Long, slow exhale. Melt your shoulders away from the ears. Drop the tension out of your arms. Drop the tension out of your thighs, your legs, your toes. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow the back to drop. Allow yourself to melt into the support of your mat. Breathing deeply in and slowly out. Breathing deeply in and slowly out. Allowing your body to be heavy. Being aware of how your body feels and encouraging it to soften. We take a deep breath in and a big strong exhale out. Re-engaging those deep abdominals. Then start turning your head side to side. Start wiggling through the fingers, the toes. Circling through the wrists and the ankles, lengthening the legs away. Taking a full body stretch, tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, and then pulling your knees into your chest. Rocking side to side. To then come up to seated, either rolling straight up or rolling onto your side, then to seated. Partially cross legs and we come back into lateral flexion, reminding our spine what it can do. Coming into rotations. Bringing the hands forward onto all fours. Rolling through the spine. Reminding again we can mobilise through that lower spine in particular. One more each way. For arching the back, tucking the toes, coming up into down dog, and 6 pedal pushes. Again, waking those feet back up, pulling fully into down dog. Achilles, calves, hamstrings, glutes. Walking the hands into the feet, taking your time, bending your knees as you need to, making sure you are symmetrical in your legs. Again, bending the knees if you need. We then roll up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, one at a time. Lengthening the legs, pelvis to neutral. Continue the inhale, reach up. Reach all the way up. Exhale, open the arms, throw. Stepping in, take a breath in. Exhale down, inhale up. And again, exhale down, inhale up. And one more time, hold at the top. Open the heart, palms to ceiling. And very importantly, give yourself a round of applause. Thank you very much for joining me for that one. I hope you feel more mobile, you'll feel stronger, and you have a new sense of drive for the rest of the day. Have a great one. I'll see you for the next one. Take care.